All right, check it. We've got 12.6.1 on an AI3 vehicle. Leaving my neighborhood, needing a little accelerator tap here. Previously, this turn, it would turn into the berm. And sorry, I'm not mic'd up. This was an impromptu drive. Taking my son to a swim lesson, and I have driven this route many times. It's a 23-minute drive, and I want to see how the new software does. We just got it last night. For those of you who know, I like to charge my watch on pretty much drives over 15 minutes. Excuse me. And big fan of the convenience of that. Car heated up nicely this morning. It's like an oven in here. So I can already tell one disengagement we're gonna have. I'm gonna just change the route because I want to avoid a particular intersection. Here's something people have heard me talk about and post about on X. You see all this exhaust from these cars nearby. Most people would just recirculate the air in their car, which is fine. I go into biohazard defense mode, and I wish that there was a way to automatically enable this or engage this. You can hear it's a little bit louder, but that's that HEPA filter sealing the car or whatever. But like, is the camera getting it? Yeah, I think the camera's getting it. Like, look at that exhaust coming out. Look at that exhaust, that car turn. I mean, it's all around us, and the winter just really helps us visualize. Look at this. Just nailing my windshield, but thanks to biohazard defense mode, we are not sweating it. I'm gonna just go ahead and keep that mode on for a second. Unfortunately, because I'm not mic'd up, I don't know how that's affecting the audio. Also looks like the camera might be, look at this guy up here turning, nice turn guy. People are in just such a hurry. We have railroad tracks approaching. Be curious to see what 12.6 does on these railroad tracks. Let's see if I can level this camera out at the same time. A little more level. Didn't really do much at the tracks. Definitely doesn't look like it identified them. Up here at this light is where I'm going to disengage on purpose to just change the route up, and then once the map catches up with us, I will re-engage. Very curious how we do with the light. On the slowdown, that is, but I'm probably not getting a chance to check. Yeah. So I'm going to send a note to the team here. No problem with ego. I'm just changing the route. No problem with ego. So what that is when we disengage as full self-driving users, we can send a 15-second audio clip to the team if we want. Who knows if those just get lost in the ether or if they're actually all reviewed, or AI is probably taking keywords out of them, something in between. Wow, so that's interesting. As soon as I made that left, the map was already, it looked like ahead of me. Go ahead and see what happens if I do this while we're driving. This was actually a product recommended by one of you. Big fan. Got it on Amazon. Maybe I'll put a link in the video with my my associate's account or whatever. Of course, I just screwed it up. So if you're not butterfingers like me, it's really easy to just spray your screen and then slide this thing over and clean it. I of course, I'm not the exemplary user. And I also wish there was an easier way to engage screen clean mode. You have to go into service, car wash mode on here, but you can't do it while you're driving. So that tip for the team, can we, if there's just a little button that was like lock screen or something like that to allow easier screen cleaning. Here we're entering a school zone. Let's see if it recognizes. So 45 miles is displayed on the screen. School speed limit, 20 miles an hour is the dynamic limit. It's not changing, it's not adjusting. Now it's only going 25 because that's what traffic is doing, but it did not recognize. So 12.6.1 does not recognize dynamic school speed zone changing. Oh, and apparently when I cleaned the screen, I put it on max cooling, so that's probably not needed on the snowy Ohio day. We are, 4 minutes into the drive, and no complaints, I guess. This one complaint is the phone seems to be wobbling. I don't know if that's the mount or just the drive itself. For those of you in Central Ohio, this is Carriage, a little cut through from Liberty to... There you go. It seemed to recognize, that was interesting. It seemed to recognize that. And here we have like a phantom slowdown. So this is very interesting. It's very, I'm going to disengage, send a note. So Ego seems to be very unsure. It's slowing down for no reason at this corner. It's never done that before. Ego seemed to be very unsure, not sure what the problem is. Let's check it. All right, recording sent to the team. Now we're driving the ridiculous sun. I can't see a thing. I'm hoping the car can. It blew over that speed hump. It's not a problem if we're going 34 and a 25. I think that's what the offset is set to. I'm also, it says 35 max up here, so I'm not sure how the min max, all that stuff works on this new build. I am sure that it's going right over these speed humps. Not sure how I feel about that. Another speed hump. Not much of a slowdown. So 12.6.1. Is that the actual build? I think it is. Again with the sun. Yeah, 12.6.1. What I was saying, this drive on Carriage is one of my favorites. Whoa, we go over the yellow line there? I'm not just hugging the yellow line a little bit. I think I've seen other people complain about these builds hugging on the left. That was interesting. The speed here is also interesting. Now it doesn't say 35 max or whatever, and it's just like slowing down. And now it actually slowed down for the speed hump and is basically stopping on the speed. Okay, that's not. Okay, so Ego is having trouble with these speed humps. It just basically stopped on a speed hump. I'm not sure why. Can't be doing that in common society. Ego having trouble with speed humps. Let's check it. Thank you. Okay, so strange behavior there. Another speed hump coming. Let's see how we do. Just blow right over it. Okay. Bob Webb lot for sale. Anyone looking to buy? Bob Webb lot for sale. Another speed hump. Just blew right over it. And when I say blew right over it, we're doing 32. It's not the worst. But the behavior between the speed humps is different, and I'm not sure that is optimal.
Yes, it is a sperm whale.
I guess you can make a case, hey, different speed humps do different things, whatever. That's not what we're talking about here. It practically stopped on the last problem. Whoa. Sun in our eyes. How we doing? Hugging this left lane. I'm gonna keep my hands on the wheel for this. Again, very close to this left lane. I'm gonna disengage and send a note. So it seems like the Ego is a bit unsure. I'm not sure because the sun is in our eyes here, but it's hugging this left lane. So a common recurring problem of hugging this left lane with the sun barreling down on us. Let's check it. Thank you.
This is a tiger.
Approaching a roundabout. I'm giving the accelerator a tap here because we had the right of way, we had the time. I don't want to confuse the other people. I'm tapping the accelerator here as we're in the roundabout because it just seemed to be a little slow. Now that we're out of the roundabout, there's a car behind us. We need to be getting up to speed, and we're not. Let's see. Speed limit's 35. Why are we doing 31? 32. So I'm going to tap the accelerator here. And I just hit the scroll wheel up, and now 50 max appears on the screen. Oh, and now it's gone. And it's gone. And it's gone. You know, you know. All right, so this is a straightaway until we hit 23, known as Columbus Pike, in this area of town. If you're in Delaware County, check it.
Which of these animals?
And this should be bread and butter driving. There should be no problem here. We're going 42 and a 35. Got a lead blocker in front of us and a few cars a bit behind us.
Yes.
Not a sponsored video, guys, but Lemon Perfect hydrating lemon water is pretty good. I think we get this stuff at like BJ's or Costco.
Animals is an antelope.
garbage truck up here on the left. Definitely don't want to be hugging the left lane there. Good job.
Yes, it is an antelope.
I'd be curious if my son's iPad audio is coming through in the background. He is 2.5. Shout out to all you parents out there. We are going to swim lessons today. And we know this route well, which is why I wanted to check it with 12.6.1. So here's one of the things I'm most interested in is approaching red lights, turning, slowing, stopping. Does it feel natural? Does it feel like people are saying? People have been touting this. Okay, that right there, stopping at this red light was perfect. Creeping to turn. Very good. Now we're turning and there are cars coming and we need to hit the accelerator. I haven't done a thing. Okay, that was amazing. That was wonderful. That was a perfectly executed Midwestern right turn on red. One critique so far is it says the speed limit's 45 and we've only gotten up to 44. This car has the ability to, to get up to speed much quicker. Now, there is a hurry, chill. Let's see if we can figure out the standard. Okay, so we're on standard, guys. I'm not sure where it shows this on the screen. Before it used to be this right scroll bar. I could switch between those modes, but I just tried it and it didn't work. I would see if my wake up playlist is available here. Linked in description. This is a feel good playlist that always gets me demonetized, which means my earnings go from 0 to 0. I'm not a monetized creator on YouTube or X or TikTok for that matter, but I do try to bring the legit takes because I think too many people fanboy it, and then on the other side, people who don't use the software are way too harsh. Nice lane change there. Wake up playlist cranking. Gonna get this rear window defrosting. It's telling me to apply force to the steering wheel. It's basically telling from my eyes that I'm not paying attention to the road, but I was paying attention. I was using the screen, to select some music and deal with the HVAC. So it's a bit annoying for it to tell you, pay attention when people in gas cars, all these poisonous gas guzzlers around, they're using they're doing the same thing. They're selecting radio stations and changing the heat all the time. No one's nagging them. Speaking of that, though, a good time for biohazard defense mode. It would be nice if in slowdowns like this, and maybe just like automatically activate biohazard defense mode at a red light or at a drive-through. Just this winter season really illustrates what we're breathing in, all of us, all around these cars. Ugh. You've got a double left-hand turn lane here. Should be pretty standard. That screen is new. I've got my hands on the wheel in case we mess up this left. So we're gonna stay behind this road, stay in our lane. Oh wow, this feels amazing. Yeah, that was nothing, okay? There have been times on previous builds where it will mess up to double left. It'll turn into the other lane or whatever, which is obviously like the worst thing you can do in that situation. So that was wonderful. Now I don't know if it's because we're in standard mode, but it's only going 36. That's not cool. I'm tapping the accelerator now, and very quickly. Yeah, I mean I have 65 max. So we've got 3 miles of regular driving. You got it, buddy? FSD really cool for parents in the sense that sometimes you have to help your young one, and it's nice when the robot's driving the computer in that case, and you might have to divert your attention away for a second or two. out there who doesn't know what that situation's like. Back to the sun in our eyes situation here. Let's see if we can lower this shade a little bit, if that'll help me. Yeah, I mean, I think you guys can see with the camera, like, look at it, you're seeing, I'm looking at what you're looking at in my rear view mirror, and it is sunny AF. To be curious, the cameras that control full self-driving are right up here behind the rear view mirror. It's like right here. I guess you're not really seeing that on the camera right here. So they're also looking right into the sun. What's up, buddy? You need help? Yeah. Yeah? Let me know if you need help with anything, hun. Meantime, we got the Wake Up playlist. Playing some Beatles. Check it. Buddy, want me to give it a look? Can Daddy help? Daddy will take a look. Perfect timing. There you go, my man. I love you, buddy. What up, fam? I mean, that is pretty incredible. The sun right in your face. Very good. Oh. Okay, good. At least I have recirculating mode on. I don't have biohazard on, but this exhaust is just terrible. We are in Central Ohio on Polaris Parkway. Give the accelerator a little tap here. So not sure, I'm gonna have to do the deep dive on how it's choosing these speeds. There was some sort of setting, I think it's on the auto speed set, which I had taken off in 12.5.4.2 because it made it undrivable. So far here, I don't know, the jury's still out. Slowdowns at red lights have been nicer. I can agree with that. And the wheel has been steady. Sometimes before, if you've seen previous videos, it could be herky-jerky. We've got straight away for 1.5 miles here. We're gonna go over the highway and then make a right. Be very curious driving into this sun, how we do. We've been making this drive every day this week, and previous days have not been as sunny, so this is definitely something. I'm actually curious. So it just looks like it's displaying those green lights. Wow. Yeah, I can't even look without I can't look up without sunglasses on, guys. Speed, right now it's going 49 and a 45. I've not touched the accelerator. I'm about to start slowing, however. Okay, slowing at a red light. Let's see how we do. All right. Better than any of you guys could have done. Good job. Good job, Ego. There should be like a tap mode where you can, like, you know, tap it 3 times to give it a baby. Attaboy. We are 6 minutes from swim lessons, so video will only be another few minutes. When we get there, we will look for a spot to auto park. I've been using Summon, actually Smart Summon. I haven't used it on this build yet, but it has been working very well. It's been lovely. I've been using a combination of waiting for it to just come right to me, summon, you know, say if it's like actively raining or snowing, or some of the time I've been doing like a hybrid mode where I just like, I had it come to me and it's starting, I'm looking at it and I walk to the vehicle as it's coming to me. So that's been very. There's been a lot of utility there. That's been very valuable, and it's nice because it just we kind of meet halfway. I just hop right in the driver's seat, seatbelt on, and go. Okay, blowing through green lights here. It does look like we're a little bit on the left. You see them on the screen here, a little bit on the left side of the lane. Oh, interesting. And now, even though we need to make a right in a half mile, it just got into the left-hand lane to pass these people. I'm gonna let it play out, but we need some juice here, guys. So got around them, that was fine. Cars in front of us, needs to get over again with cars on the right. Let's see how we do. So yesterday I sent a note to the team on 12.5.4.2 about this exact spot where it needs to be in the right-hand lane. It doesn't get in until the last minute. Okay, got over here a little bit earlier. A bit earlier, actually. It's a long right-hand turning lane, and a lot of those turns are, there's 3 entrances for that gas station, so maybe that's why it's waiting. But that was great. No complaints there. This is an interesting and fun spot with a roundabout in traffic. I'm gonna keep this visor down. Let's see what we do. We got a van with a trailer next to us. We got the sun blinding us. It's gonna enter the roundabout, no problems. Is it gonna stay away from this van? It does. For some reason it has a right turn signal on, which is interesting because we're not going right anytime soon. Okay, right turn signal's off. That was interesting. Got us in the proper lane, and we're about to make a left here. Are we gonna make this light and make this left? So I gave the accelerator a little tap there. I just wanted to make sure we made that light. I think it was fine in any case. All right. Grew up with this song. 3 minutes to our destination. We will be making a right up here on Cleveland Avenue. So far, so good. 12.6.1, not perfect, but I have to go back and rewatch the video. I don't think we've had any critical disengagements, so that's good. Really focusing on smoothness. I mean, safety is a big one. It's the number one. It should go without saying. So when I say I'm focusing on smoothness, that's after safety. And I know the FSD. I've heard people talk about you need to have those things hand in hand. It doesn't matter if it's super safe, it's not smooth, no one will ride in it. I mean, I kind of disagree. Like, super safe is the number one thing I'm looking for my family here. So I'll deal with some herks and jerks or whatever if I'm like 50 times safer than another vehicle that's super smooth but 50 times more likely to kill us. I don't know who would actually make the opposite call there. Stopped at a red light. Oncoming traffic has a green arrow. Looks like we've recognized that. Waited for them to make their turns, and we're making our turn. That was wonderful. That was smooth, human-like. I like it. I like it. Immediately gets us into the left lane here. We have to make a left turn in just a moment to get into the Westerville Community Center. Guys, if you haven't checked this place out and you're in Delaware County, Maron. See if we have a gap here to make this turn. We do, and it's a boulevard split, no problem. Can't wait to see how this thing handles the boulevard split into my neighborhood, because previous builds would be very uncertain. So we made it here. The rest of this is just gravy. I don't know where it's going to try to take us. Let's see. I guess I could look in here and find out where. It's going to take us right up front, so that's good. We'll let it keep driving. That's where we're trying to park. Oh. No, maybe not. Maybe it's trying to, no, I had a turn signal on, but it's weird. Oops. Okay, yeah, so it's trying to take us to a lot we don't want to park at, so no big deal. So that is first major drive, 12.6.1, and I've got no complaints. Wow, that beater of a car had a "Let's Go Brandon" all over it. No complaints. It seems better for sure. Oh, well, I guess the unknown or the unseen, right? The seen versus the unseen. There was no phantom slowdowns, no phantom green lights, phantom braking. That's terrific. Previous builds, the previous build had, that was like the #1 worst thing. So that's incredible. So, okay. We're gonna drive this thing home in a little bit. Oh, we found a spot. And we are going to continue to monitor for those phantom slowdowns, but so far so good. Appreciate you watching. Do all the liking, clicking, subscribing, things you're supposed to do. And feel free to hit me up with any questions. Oh, and I should tout my own referral stuff. I offer like tutorial, text, FaceTime, that kind of stuff if you use my referral code. There's a small learning curve when you get an EV, so here to help you with that. Thanks for watching.